Hello, and welcome to Our Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'm your game master for the night, Jason, and with me as usual will be Sarah playing Io, Eric playing the captain, Jeremy playing Ozen, Rappy playing Kileser, and Duba playing Doc.
Ozen in no mortal peril whatsoever.
Everyone here's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have a scratch on you.
Yet.
All the scratches are on your ship and BL.
Just one big scratch on BL.
Well, technically it was parts of both arms, so just call him stumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so last session you infiltrated a secret Imperial base? It's on a ship, so yeah, whatever. Facility, we'll call it facility. Managed to track down Kileser's cousin, along with about a dozen other children, I think was how many we said there were?
Yeah.
Between a dozen to 2 dozen, yeah.
The getting in wasn't too bad. Y'all pulled that off almost flawlessly. Heading back to the ship, of course, you had to fight through a few stormtroopers. And then we ended the session with y'all basically opening the door and seeing an Inquisitor rearing back and sticking a lightsaber into the hull of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, BL laying there with his arms lopped off, trying to get up, use his stubs to get up. All the while, your R2 unit was still using the ship guns to keep the majority of the stormtroopers trying to get into the hangar bay from getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And by this point, that whole door over on that side of the room is pretty well wrecked. You know, there's holes shot in the walls and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I wonder how much of the garrison of this place we've mowed down at this point.
Well, you did your sneaking in without fighting much.
Mm-hmm.
But
considering how much damage is in here, I think most of the fighting's been done by BL and R2.
And you do see some bodies laying around over there, and pieces here and there. But
well, we just wasted like a good baker's dozen by the door with the thermal detonator.
That was probably the coolest thing I will ever do in this campaign, is just force push the grenade.
Uh-huh.
We still got a couple more sessions at least.
Yeah.
Unless we all die here.
I don't think we're to the halfway point yet. I think we usually get, 47, 48 in a year?
Something like that.
I thought it was closer to 50. Because
we're going to have less this year.
48's pretty close to it.
We've actually missed a session this year, so probably not going to hit 50.
Yeah.
Now we have to go till 50.
50 might be a record, because I don't think...
It's 52 weeks in a year, and we usually take the last, 2 of December off?
Yeah, and then we
2 or
start
3.
on we usually start on the second week of January.
Yeah, okay, so we usually have about
49-ish.
Even Espergena says that we weren't specifically trying to keep within one calendar year. I think only got 48 or 49.
Mm-hmm. And that just kind of became our shtick after that.
I guess, not intentionally, but yeah. It seems to have worked that way. But anyway.
Back to dying.
Yes, back to dying.
I was trying to put that off.
We can only tangent so much.
Oh no, see,
Watch me.
this was the dying part where your life was flashing before your eyes.
Yeah, okay, fair. I'll take that.
So anyway, the door opened. Y'all saw him. He saw you.
Initiative.
So yeah, he's basically turning to face you, which means he's taking his sword away from the ship at least.
Mm-hmm.
That's handy.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm saying BL
Oh.
is still technically armed.
No, he's been disarmed.
Literally
He has no
disarmed.
arms.
but who has been disarmed was the captain. I mentioned earlier that none of y'all had a scratch on you, but that was not entirely true.
Yeah. His primary weapon went kaput.
Kind of blowed up in his face a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I didn't take damage.
No, you were just stunned. as
yeah, I was-
recall.
that's
was
right.
just
It was
stunned.
stunned, not a.
Yeah, because I made the strength roll, so I was just stunned. But my primary weapon is damaged and unusable until I repair it.
So yes, initiative.
But I
Alright.
believe Io snagged some rifles.
And she's going to like turn and snag, like be like, how far back to go grab some rifles? Okay,
Grab a stormtrooper's rifle real quick.
you joke, but no one cut through the rifles, so they're still functional weapons.
Yep.
As far as we know.
Well, unless the thermal detonator damaged him.
Well, there was also the group behind that.
Oh yeah.
There's also like 12 of them, so
Yeah,
like
there's also
the odds
like
of
dead
all
bodies.
12 of them
Mhm.
being destroyed are pretty low.
Yeah, how
Not
many
possible, just very low.
are there any dead bodies by the door that when we opened it from like BL and R2's carnage?
not
that would
the
also
side,
be a
not
really-
the side door you're coming through. No,
Okay.
none of the stormtroopers had gotten over there yet.
That would have been also a cool cinematic moment if he just sees the Inquisitor just kicks a rifle up and just.
All right, Kileser, what is your dexterity?
Oh no.
4D.
Okay.
I hate
Good.
that
Probably for
question.
initiative.
I know what it's for,
Mhm.
but that means
The
this Inquisitor might
Inquisitors-
have more.
It's an Inquisitor, so yeah, it's a pretty good chance.
Mhm.
Considering you got dex mods to
Yeah.
have Ozen be more dexy.
I mean, when we're done with this, I might be doing that too.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. Just have a couple of extra.
Go to another big city.
Have Dubé use the Force to to
Right?
double up those rolls.
That'd be awesome. I need paint. The 5 on this dice is fading.
All right. So starting at the bottom of the order, for declaration purposes. Oh wait, I probably need to.
Probably Doc.
More than most likely. Let me grab the stormtrooper stats.
Or Zay, we're not sure.
Question: when
Say
you
just
up
like-
the main stat, does the other stats up as well?
Oh, you
Yes.
can't. Oh, yeah, with the tech. Yeah.
With implant, yes. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, it ups,
Okay, so-
it ups everything that stat modifies.
That's why
So
I have a
then my-
7 in lightsaber.
That's why my blaster then would go up.
Hmm.
All right, Doc. What is your dex?
As far as I know, sir, it's a 2, but I will double check that for you.
Like flat 2.
It's a flat 2.
All right. And R2 has got a 1. All right.
I mean, that's fair. He's a little mobile trash
Little
can.
guy.
Mm-hmm. Trash can connected to a gun.
All right,
By
so
the trash
R2 is going to just continue shooting at that main door.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, what are you doing? Or excuse me, stormtroopers are going to keep trying to get into the room. Doc, what are you doing?
Probably try to get on the gangplank and find a decent spot of cover.
All right, the gangplank is currently up. That's why the
Okay.
Inquisitor is going to have to try to cut through it. Now, you can, of course, run up and open it if you want to. It's not a big deal.
Just go right towards the Inquisitor. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Nothing at all.
Well, if that's the case, then he's going to probably hunker down in the cargo bay, looking towards that said spot,
Okay.
because he's not quite sure exactly what the captain and crew want to do, but again, something's trying to get in, and we need to try to keep it out.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly there's enough stuff in this area for you to take cover behind. If that's what you want to do.
For cover is always the option.
All right. So Doc is taking cover. Then we go up to Io.
How far was it back to the thermal detonator happy adventure?
Oh, you're probably 20 feet or so past them. You can definitely get there this round and route around to find a working rifle if you want to.
Having seen
slide
it
it
go
20 feet?
Yeah, having seen it go off, would she, and having traveled with a gun runner for a long enough time, would she know just if these are just going to be effed or what?
Well, 2 of the stormtroopers survived.
Okay.
You know, y'all had to gun them down separately. I think that's how how the captain wound up blowing up his rifle. So chances are good the ones they were carrying at least would be working.
Okay, then yeah, she's going to run back towards the gun pile, and if she has additional action to slide it towards the group and like just yelling out, "Hey,
Yo,
catch
Hitch.
this!" Well, she has the feeling a lot of people are probably transfixed by the fact that there is an Inquisitor carving holes into their ship.
Look, he'd only managed to melt a little bit of it.
Still.
That's more than like an entire legion of stormtroopers have done.
Exactly.
Okay,
And considering events that have gone on currently, she's just like figuring people may not be in the best of spaces.
Okay. All right, so you run. You move down the hallway. BL, like I said, is trying to get up. Captain, what are you doing?
He's gonna pull out his pistol and shoot the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Respect.
That's his ship. He's pissed.
Ozen, what are you going to do?
Oh man. Let's see.
Remember, existential crises are a free action.
Yeah, I know they are. That's happening. So what I currently see is this Inquisitor just right.
All right. The door opened. You saw the Inquisitor go, ugh. Then he noticed you, noticing him, and he dropped down into a stance.
Okay. That's different.
So, right this
If
second,
he was still
the two of you are
doing
staring.
this.
Yeah. Right this second, y'all are all staring at each other.
All right. Man, held actions aren't a thing, huh?
No, not really.
Nope. Okay. Cool.
Well, we got Russell Yeager in the chat again. Hey, Russell.
Hey, how's it going, Russell? Don't mind me, just going through an existential crisis.
We all are, don't worry about it.
All right, so Ozen will then. Let's see. It's inside me. I'm going to. Ozen puts her hand out, and I will use telekinesis to attempt to disarm the lightsaber.
Okay.
I just have to see it. Is all the rules text says. and I want to grab it. Like Oza knows what the hell a lightsaber is. She grabs it where the emitter is, and just kind of also turns it off as she pulls it.
Well, most of them will turn off once they're out of somebody's hand anyway.
Yeah. Well, some of them, they also have a lock switch, so just in case.
That
All
seems
right.
dangerous.
Kileser, what are you doing?
Shooting.
All right. And then the Inquisitor
Oh God.
puts his hand up.
Uh
Counterspell, counterspell.
huh.
Yeah.
And one of the big cargo containers, it's probably halfway between the two of you. He's going to scoot it over, or try to scoot it over, between the two of you.
Mhm.
Effectively giving himself cover so he can get closer to you. To all you shooty guys with his sword before y'all can shoot him.
That's definitely an attempt.
And then he gets to go first.
I was gonna say if he's using what I think he's using, that's an alto roll, but you know,
Yep.
probably pretty good at it.
All right.
Given the size, wouldn't that be a pretty big?
If it's a
Difficulty?
shipping container, that would
Empty
be.
though.
It's,
We don't know that.
Yeah. So objects 1 kilogram or less are very easy. Objects weighing 1 to 10 are easy. Moderate is 11 to 100 kilograms. Difficult for 100 kilograms to 1 metric ton, and then very difficult for 1,001 to 10 metric tons, and heroic for anything above that. Heroic is specifically 10,001 kilograms to 100 metric tons, which I doubt this thing is weighing, because that's like an entire like ship.
Heroic is Star Killer pulling a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yeah, exactly. I like that we had the same idea though. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're really very similar if you think about it. All right, let me roll some dice for him.
Is it like dumpster sized?
Yes, this one is. It's not like the cargo containers you'd have on like a ship, that gets stuck in canals or anything.
Weight of an empty dumpster. Okay, that's the big one. Oh, that's a 10-yard dumpster. 1 second.
For every kilogram, just add about just about 2 pounds.
Anyway, one of the like I said, dumpster size ones slides over, obscuring your view.
Oh, you made the roll.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
All right. And then the rest of you are going to shoot. Basically, everybody was going to shoot him.
Gonna fuck up that dumpster now.
Yep. Let's see, until we get down to Io. Alright, so you get back there. The two guys, the captain gunned down, both of them just dropped their guns right where they were. Those guns seem to be in decent shape.
She grabs both of them.
Okay.
Because she gave Zay her little pistol.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Zay had a pistol that she was having to hold in 2 hands. But with good trigger discipline.
Zay's honestly probably taller than I is, so.
How tall is I?
5'4".
And I said Zay was what, 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I doubt she's 5 foot.
I've seen some tall 10-year-olds.
I didn't say it was impossible. I'm just, on average.
Good Mando food. Just tons of ooch cakes.
All right. So yeah,
I just
dumpster.
spotted your SoundCloud post.
Let's see. Dumpster takes a bunch of fire. Doc, you take your cover. Well, you would have already moved. But... All right, let's see if any stormtroopers can get past R2.
After the stormtroopers, could I get the dice code for the weapons that the stormtroopers had?
5D.
shoot.
5D?
Yeah, they had the standard blaster rifle. Short range is 30 meters. Medium is out to 100. Long is out to 300. All right.
And to use it would be heavy weapon.
Blaster.
No, this is just a blaster.
Really?
This is just a regular blaster rifle.
Wow,
It's standard
okay.
issue.
This is not one of the big repeating blasters or anything. This is just the kind of the
But
standard.
5D?
Yeah,
Not
5D for damage.
Okay, so I always got a new gun. Just so you...
If you're not using like a Gatling laser or something, you're probably not using heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the repeating blaster hits 6 dice. Medium repeating blaster hits 7. Heavy hits 8. All right, where was we? Oh yeah,
Stormtroopers.
All right, so let's 8 for them. Give me a roll for R2, somebody.
It'd be 7 dice.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
7 dice.
Why is it 7 dice? Because
Fire
remember,
control.
I told you didn't get to count the fire control because these guns were not. That is not calibrated for shooting
Okay.
people. It's calibrated for shooting ships.
Alright, so 4 then.
4. All right.
I forgot about that.
No
I
problem.
was I was calculating in the fire control.
That's low. That's 6.
Okay, some stormtroopers managed to get past his fire.
He's just
2
a little
twos
guy
and
and
2
he's trying.
ones.
All right, so there are 3
Alright,
stormtroopers.
someone
that are
else
now
roll
on the
next time.
field. You know, they managed to bum rush through the door. I mean, with some buddies that don't make it, but you know.
It's very like Normandy of them.
So they will be taking actions this next round, and then it is. No, then it's the next round. R2's going to continue trying to pin people down at the door. And basically, we're going to be making that contested roll every round to see if more troops get in. You know, not to put any pressure on you or imply that you should hurry.
Did the people shooting just straight up end up shooting the thing?
Yes.
Did my telekinesis go off?
You were trying to grab his lightsaber and you couldn't see it anymore.
I didn't know visually how big the dumpster was because you said it was dumpster size. So like I can see
enough to obscure.
Okay, I was like I could see over a dumpster just fine most of the time. Okay, if it's big, if it's that big, then cool.
Like the big ones that go like behind a store kind of dumpster was what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are pretty tall, dude.
Yeah.
Some of them.
That's fine.
All right. So R2's going to continue that. Stormtroopers, some are going to continue trying to get in. The 3 that are in there are going to move to positions to try to shoot some of you. All right, Doc, you are currently behind cover.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
So what are you planning to do this round?
Well, is there anybody within field of view?
If you peek out from behind your cover, you can see some people.
Okay, Doc is retracting protocol and firing at the first or closest person to him.
Okay. We'll say that's Stormtrooper 1. Then we go
Safety
up
protocols
to,
override.
then we're up to Io.
So back at the door, it's them the dumpster and the Inquisitor and the ship, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and the stormtroopers are from another door.
Yes, they're coming from over kind of to the side, angling towards you.
Okay. Yeehaw it is. She is going to pretty much try to run out and fire at the... kind of firing wildly in the Inquisitor direction, just to, like... She knows this probably won't work, but she's gonna try and fuck with him.
Okay.
Distraction! Distraction! Distraction!
Mm.
She would have thrown one of the other blaster rifles at Captain.
Okay. Yeah, you can drop it as you run out the door. You can kind of toss that to him as a freebie. You know what Io has got to do.
She gotta tackle him. She's gotta get within tackling distance.
He'll never expect it.
Famously Jedi, not strong.
Dexterous, yes. Strong.
Or whatever the fuck this guy... The Inquisitor's not very strong.
I can guarantee you he is not expecting the Tweedly linebacker.
I'm about to say, aren't Jedi Knights supposed to be pretty strong?
They're strong in the Force. They are very rarely actually strong.
Yeah.
Like, if you take away the lightsaber, you can just punch them in the face all day, and you're good.
Obi-Wan headbutted a Mandalorian in full armor, and the Mandalorian got the worst of it. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm saying.
Use the Force.
Yeah, if they did not have access to the Force, muscle tone wise, more ballet dancer than
there's a lot of running and jumping and stuff. I don't know. All right. So anyway, that's Io. BL is continuing to try to get up. Remind me, we'll give him a roll this round, see if he can get up. Captain, what are you doing? Io has just tossed your guy or tossed you a rifle.
Yeah. Can he see the stormtroopers where he is?
Yes. They are not taking cover. They're just kind of running at you, firing. They're spread out enough that, R2 wouldn't be able to take them out with one shot if he tried. But...
Hey, he's going to try to pick them off.
How many thermal detonators we got? How far can we throw that sun gun? No.
We have 4 now?
I think so, because if we started out with 5, I tossed 1.
Yeah.
The
problem is he's going to close the distance really quick right now. So unless you want it exploding on us.
Mando will throw hands. Mandalorian will throw some fucking hands.
It could also get thrown. It could also get thrown back at us by the Inquisitor, which would end badly for all of us.
Next session.
I need better
brand
armor.
New characters.
Hey guys, we're going to Decatur.
Next session, we're on Earth. We're all vampires. I don't know what happened.
Weird.
No. You're just back on Nar Shaddaa, and Ludo is sending you out to find out what happened to his buddies and his ship. He's very concerned about his ship. So Captain is picking off stormtroopers. Ozen, what are you doing?
I know that motherfucker's coming. So I'm going to try to snatch that lightsaber again.
Okay.
I'm going to say it now. I'm trusting in the Force.
That's something I wanted to ask about. Since we are doing what is technically considered light side actions by saving these children, or in the process of at this point, would I get that dark side point off so I can start using trust in the Force again?
Once those children are saved, yes.
Okay.
Inquisitor mows down an entire group of children. Like previous Sith before. Wait, no. Yeah, before him.
Yep.
I was like, wait, timeline. Wait, where are we?
This reminds me of that meme
Just after Star Wars Rebels.
where Rey's holding the dagger going, this weapon has done terrible things. And then the next panel over is her holding a lightsaber. It goes, currently using Youngling Slayer 9000.
Alright. Kileser, what are you doing?
Moving around so I can get a good shot and shooting.
Okay.
At?
Yeah, you can already see the stormtroopers if you want to shoot them.
Yeah. Alright. I gotta wait though. Because the other Inquisitor goes before me.
Yep.
All right, so you are shooting at. Are you shooting at stormtroopers, or are you going to shoot the Inquisitor when you see the Inquisitor?
Stormtroopers right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, and the Inquisitor is leaping the dumpster and beelining for Oza.
All right, that's fair.
He very much had that a Jedi here look on his face when he saw you.
Yep.
All right, so he is running up, taking a slash at you.
Yep. Well, melee parry. I'm still called out as trusting in the Force, so you know.
All right. Let's see, where's this lightsaber? There it is.
Needs a 48 to hit me.
Well, he didn't roll that good. He only got a 28. So yeah,
Womp womp.
lightsabers are sparking off each other.
Huh. I was wondering when I'd have to fight one of you.
Let's see, what would the response to that be?
No response, just glaring.
Mm-hmm.
The strong but silent type.
No, actually, he asked, did Skywalker send you?
Yeah, so think about that for a second. That motherfucker's alive?
He owes me 350.
It's been long enough Luke's name has gotten around.
Okay. Still, he after everything, he completely fucked off.
I don't think it. Are we playing after he's done fucked off?
Well, y'all aren't that up on him. Y'all just, the name has gotten around and what he,
Yeah.
his
Well,
involvement.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how deep in we're going to this, he's setting up
He's setting up
a temple.
Yeah, he's
train
setting up a
Jedi.
temple.
He hasn't fucked off
that.
yet.
He hasn't done it yet, but that requires him to be somewhere solitary.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you don't know which
So-
canon. You also don't really know which canon we're in.
He's
Yeah.
trading a little green guy.
Oh, this would,
Trying
this
to
would
train
definitely,
a
this
little
would
green
definitely be
guy.
before that.
Okay. And then she's like, he's alive?
Doesn't even go here.
All right, then it is Kileser's turn,
All right.
and you are shooting at a
Shoot some
stormtrooper.
stormtroopers. Mm-hmm. $25.
All right, you are at. Oh, what? Let's see. What is the ranges on your?
Get a medium repeating blaster.
All right.
I don't know what the range to that is.
Okay, so you're at medium range.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difficulty numbers here? Medium range is you need a 15 to hit him.
Okay.
All right, so you hit the first one. Roll your damage. Plus for his armor. All right, he got a 15 on his strength roll.
20 to hit. Like 20 damage.
All right, you blow him away.
Sweet.
Pretty cool
Ozen.
cinematic moment. All right, that's so he rolls his control versus my altar. I'm assuming he has a control roll, so that's what he
Oh,
rolls.
yeah. What power are you using?
I'm using telekinesis, and I have one less dice because I parried.
Let's see.
Mm, 17, 18, 19. I rolled a 20.
All right. You said he uses his
Control or perception? For some reason, I'm assuming his control is higher.
Yeah. He got a 17.
Okay. I got a 20.
All right.
It doesn't even go in my hand. It just goes like scattering 3 feet behind me. I don't want to touch that fucking thing.
All right. He gives you a very annoyed look.
Mm-hmm.
That's just clearly not how these things are done. All right.
Never met a Jedi like me.
Out of temple.
They didn't accept my ways.
All right, Captain, you're shooting at stormtroopers. There are 2 left.
Yes. This one. 6, 7. Ooh, that's a lot of ones. 8, 9, 10, 14.
Hmm.
You need a 15 because it is medium range.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'll dock one off and shoot again.
Okay.
That's infinitely better. 12. 21.
Right, that hits. Roll your damage.
It's just as a clarification. It's like 10 meters behind me.
Okay.
23 for damage.
Okay, he got an 11 on his strength roll, so he goes away.
How many multi-attacks can we do?
Until you run out of dice.
For? Yeah.
Technically, though,
you
you're
have to call
supposed
it
to,
during
you're
the
supposed
thing.
to declare that when you're during your declaration phase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I said I was going to shoot the stormtroopers.
That's right. You did put it in plural, so yeah, good enough.
Yeah. I'll go to 5 dice for my blaster. Try to shoot the third one.
Okay.
19.
Okay, that beats the 15. Give me your damage then. Ooh, that's not great. He got a 12 on his strength.
I beat 12.
All right, he goes away. Doc, you now know how BL feels. You were lining up your shot, and then your 2 buddies just go. Stormtroopers drop all over the place.
You know in Super Sentai when you hit the one spot and there's like a sparkler that goes off. It's kind of what I'm reminded of when you guys are pop capping the stormtroopers.
All right, somebody give me a dex roll for BL.
I have his sheet.
I was gonna say if you have a sheet, you can do it.
I do, yeah. Uh, 12.
All right. He's still sitting there like a turtle trying to get up before he's been knocked down. Doesn't have his arms to help.
Does he sit up or is he still down?
He is kind of set up at this point, but he hasn't
Okay.
managed to get back on his feet completely.
Gotcha.
Io.
Said she was shooting at the Inquisitor, so she'll follow through with that. Even though now with him disarmed, she's like, I could tackle him. She's like, but I got this brand new gun and it has more dice, so.
I just want to put it out there. I believe for most things, a force sensitive can evade with their sense roll.
Yeah, she's like, it's a Sith Jedi Inquisitor lightsaber. Wow. She's like, probably not gonna work. So blast away.
Fire at 'em.
Yeah, that ain't that 10.
All right.
You're also like really close, aren't you?
Yeah, she ran past the, ran out.
Okay.
He sped past you specifically to come to me.
Yeah.
All right. He is going to attempt to dodge that. So it is his.
He's
Six.
2 less dice right now.
Yes. Or is it because he?
Because he contested the control roll with his contested the telekinesis, and then he tried to attack me.
All right. All right, so we got a 13 on the roll, plus you have to have a 5 to hit him, so the 13 adds to the 5.
Yep, so that missed.
She's mostly just trying to be an annoyance and get to the ship, so.
It's working.
Mm-hmm. She's going to take whatever movement she has left to continue to get towards the ship.
That's fine. You just kind of run by doing this little number.
Mm-hmm.
As you run by, and probably staying outside of sword reach.
Yeah, no. Well, he doesn't have a sword anymore.
Well, yeah, but you've started the movement before that.
Yeah,
happened.
before that happened, yeah.
All right. And then we drop down to Doc. All your targets are dead, Doc. Sorry. You can't lose patience even when you want to.
I'd hope not. He's a medical droid.
Where are the targets? Where are the targets? Exterminate!
Blaine!
Anyway. Okay. Well, and this direction is... Well, no. I've already declared movement. Okay. Because I was saying, well, if there's no targets, he would cut and go to BL and assist him if he could.
Okay. You can start moving in that direction if you want to. So we basically got you and Io, giving the 2 sword fighters a little space, and still headed towards the ship. Because BL was standing under the ship, assisting R2.
Yeah, no. At this point, it's like, must help fellow droid.
All right.
Quick question: did BL's weapon get damaged, or was it just dropped?
No, the
lightsaber
went through the arms and the gun.
Ah, boo. Okay.
So
it took off the hand holding the trigger, and then where the other arm was stretched out in front of it. So basically at the wrist and at the elbow, more or less, and the gun's cut in half.
Damn. Okay. Let's just double checking that. Thank you.
This is proving to be an expensive mission.
Yep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well,
Fortunately,
we haven't been paid yet.
Somebody's clan is reimbursing us for everything.
That's true. You weren't being given a wage particularly, but you were being given,
reimbursement.
Right.
You're also getting a Beskar blade, aren't you?
Can I get some Beskar, please? I'm a fighting Sith. Can I please get some Beskar?
No, because that takes the fun out of fighting Sith. Then they have to be careful and go for the cloth joints. All right. So yeah, stormtroopers are going to try to get in. So somebody give me the roll for R2.
What is it, 4D?
Eric's got it.
15.
A 9. So none of them get in this time.
Good
So
job,
we held off the ones that pulled up, and now are there any more after from that first wave, or are they all gone?
Oh yeah, they're going to be coming out in waves basically every round.
Right, but that first wave that came out.
Oh yes, those the 3 that made it through, y'all gun them now.
Okay, cool.
This next group of them that came running out, they were packed a little too close together.
R2 is like, ooh, target-rich environment.
R2's over there racking up kills.
R2's the mass murderer of the group.
The little shiv in his compartment. He's just making tick marks on the inside of the ship whenever one of them goes down.
We go up to the to the top turret. We just see like tick marks on the wall.
The
No,
true assassin droid was R2 all along.
no. At this point, Doc's just gonna go check the computer records, and he's gonna be like, "Show me that kill feed." Shows all the kills.
Henceforth, you shall refer to me as Killbot.
It's like an Overwatch play of the game. It's just him shooting a bunch of...
You hear off on the side, Killtrocity.
All right.
I
so-
mean-
Kilimanjaro.
I was fixing to say, at this point, we might as well just call him Bastion and give him a shield.
Oh no.
So sorry, did I go too far on the Overwatch joke?
Oh no.
I love
Not
it.
far
though.
enough.
all right.
Anyway,
so this coming up
Yes.
round, R2 and the Stormtroopers still gonna be doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Mhm.
As for
Uh,
Doc, he's going to again try to get to BL in the system if he
You can get to BL and pick him up.
All right.
So you run to BL, and when we go back to the action part, you'll be able to get into its speed.
All right, big guy. I got you. We joys gotta stick together.
Does it look like the sword fight people are concentrating on each other? Does she think it is a good time to try and get the kids towards the ship and lower the gangplank? Like, how far would the kids have to run? Because she tucked them like right inside the door.
They need to move a good 30 meters or so.
And the children.
You definitely get the impression that the force users are focused on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a feeling he doesn't really care about whatever. Well, if they were trying to make little Beba Jetta.
Well, you got to remember, like most of the lab guys assumed the kids had been disposed of.
Fair
It
enough.
was just the head guy that had them stashed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So likely as not, they are not a particular concern to the Empire.
Okay. Then she's gonna just kind of just yell to the general area. Just give covering fire and like yell for the kids and slam the gangplank down.
Okay.
And she will give covering fire if she can do like combined action of slam down gangplank and fire.
All right. I will put kids in the initiative order under R2.
That's fair.
At least they can move on there,
Oh yeah. Then double time it.
All right. BL is going to wait for Doc to get there to help him get up.
This is where we learned that BL has like a chest missile.
Captain.
He's gonna shoot the Inquisitor.
Okay. Ozen.
I'm going to strike the Inquisitor.
Okay. Kileser.
He's going to shoot the Inquisitor.
All right.
Guys, the stormtroopers that might be coming in.
They're not.
They're not this round.
Oh, I thought there was okay.
No.
Is
No,
it
they're
next
not.
round they come? We
No,
okay.
They
wait to
made
try to
an
come in.
attempt and failed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought it was that. Okay, I was misunderstanding the wave thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Our R2 took out the entirety of Wave 2.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is a good time to get the kids in. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. The Inquisitor is going to A, pull his lightsaber back, B, take a swing at Ozen.
That's
And
2
then-
rolls.
Yeah, and then C, be ready to dodge.
Yep.
A lot.
How specific is there a specific power for the lightsaber deflection stuff?
It's melee parry.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about for blaster fire?
For blaster fire.
They can use sense.
Okay.
They can use either sense or their dodge.
What about knocking it back at somebody?
There is a power for that. They have to have it. I have it. I just haven't used it because I haven't gotten strong enough. Let's see. It's absorb, dissipate energy.
Huh? That was a completely separate power in the
Mhm.
D20 section. D20 rules. All right. All right, but first off, he had to make his telekinesis roll.
This has to hit a 5. I'm assuming the lightsaber isn't super heavy.
No, lightsabers are not. They are the lightest thing on the chart.
Yeah.
All right, so that is control. Or is it? No, that's alter.
It's alter. It's just alter.
Doesn't matter. It's the same dice pool either way. But...
Yeah.
Okay. Right into his hand. Snap hiss. Takes a swing at Ozen.
Yep. I will parry.
2, 3. -1 dice for multiple action.
He has to hit a 31 to hit me.
Oh, I don't have my phone. I was gonna take a picture of these dice.
I don't like that.
One of the dice was a 4.
Mhm.
One of them, 2 of them were 2s, and 3 of them were 1s.
Okay. Maybe I do like that.
So yeah, that was So yes, into his hand, snap hiss. He takes a swing at you, but unfortunately he swung
I
before.
feel like I just watch him do that, and I'm just like, just already ready for it.
Either that, or he swung before the sword was fully extended, so he came up short.
Mm-hmm.
One or the other. Russell says R2 is playing COD Zombies with the waves.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
I've never played that. I've heard my brother talk about it just enough to know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
R2 is having the time of his life.
R2 is having a lot. Like, he usually gets stuck on the ship. Now he's over here gunning people down with the ship turret. He's holding the line.
Yeah, he is.
All right, next up is Kileser.
We're shooting this bitch.
There's no need to name call.
Is this a male or a female Inquisitor?
This is a dude. This is not the woman you've run into before.
Okay.
This guy actually looks a little younger than her.
He'd still be a bitch.
Bah.
Bitch is pretty gender neutral.
28 to hit.
All right. He is going to attempt to dodge.
1 less dice.
He's got 2 less dice, actually.
Yes, this is true. All right. 6, 12, 16.
Plus 5.
Let's see. Yes, because they're in.
I have what,
definitely,
28?
definitely within the 60. So.
Okay.
All right. So he got a total of. You need a total of 21 to hit him. And what did you get?
28.
All right. Roll your damage.
For those of you who are watching at home, this is Ozen's first time in lightsaber combat in maybe like 30 years.
That's 30 damage.
All right.
Somewhere the Force ghost of her master is like, "You're doing great, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
Your form's a little sloppy, but otherwise you're doing great."
Mm-hmm.
All right. You said you got a what?
30.
Youch. All right. So he got an 18.
Almost doubled it.
But not
Almost.
quite. So he is wounded. Or
Okay.
Make sure it's the right thing.
Currently minus 4 dice with the wound and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I want to shoot again, but I don't think I can because I didn't call for it, did I?
Yeah, you did not specifically call for multiple shots.
Okay. Next time if they're still up.
Next up is Ozen.
I'm swinging.
Okay.
6, 12, 18, 21.
Let's say you want to trust
25.
the Force for that swing?
Cannot.
Oh, you already used it.
Already did.
Yeah,
Already
that's right.
did.
All right. So what did you get?
25.
He got a
I don't-
14 on the dice.
Yeah, that's a 34. So no.
Okay. So your blade comes up. He blocks.
Yeah, it's fine. This is how Jedi fights go. I don't have to hit a lot. I just have to hit that one time, and then that's
Well,
90 plus 1.
That's how their fights go. It's ting, 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 ting. Oh, there goes a limb. Fight's over.
Yep.
What happened? The Inquisitor was cut in twain.
So currently -5 dice. Jesus Christ, how many dice does this guy have?
Plenty.
Shh.
Yeah, he's
I
running
believe
a little, He's running a little low. All right, so that was Ozen. Mon Capitan.
Someone please gift that. Just please gift that.
You're the guy that clips the stuff.
I don't make gifts. I clip stuff. You taking a picture? He's doing that.
Both.
He's having to kick his shoes off so he can finish counting.
That's a mood.
That wouldn't be enough.
Extra toes, maybe. We don't know.
34.
All right. So he
A lot of extra toes.
He will make. Oh, that's the hit roll. So he's doing his dodge thingy.
Yeah.
He got an
my
8.
6 dice. Damn.
So you need a total of 13 to hit him.
Did you double?
That's just the.
This is
that's
the 2
the
hit,
hit.
not the damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I can't get 34 to hit. I have 7 dice for blaster, but I only have 5 dice for damage.
Gotcha.
All
What
right,
if they all
so,
hit 6s?
so what did you roll to hit?
A 34.
Okay. All right, and then then his strength versus your damage.
Okay. 24.
He got a 15.
Okay.
So he is now what is it? Wounded to
Mortal.
no, I think mortal is further down. Incapacitated, which is just means minus 2 dice.
Yep.
All right.
Us just channeling how Order 66 went in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
All right, then it's
Not wrong.
The irony hasn't gone past Ozen's head.
all right. So BL is waiting on Doc to get him up. Io, you drop the gangplank.
Drop the gangplank, yell at the kids to get moving, and
They are moving.
does she have enough dice left to take shots, or would that have counted like as action and all that?
You'd have declared that ahead of time.
Okay, yeah, then she will just.
She did if she was going to do a combined action if possible to shoot as well.
If that was a combined action.
Yeah. Would it be one of those things where I could do like yell at the kids, slap the gangplank, and take shots? Shots.
Sure. We'll count the gangplank as an action.
Okay.
So minus
just
1
drop
dice.
a dice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 3d2.
And this guy's at what, -6 or 7 now?
Something like that.
11 plus whatever range.
All right, so short range, so it's only a 5 to hit him. Because you're using one of the rifles, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you only need a 5 to hit him. He's going to use his, I believe he's down to his last dice to.
Good luck, buddy.
Has to hit a 6 to tie you. I don't think he can actually.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He rolled a 3.
Okay.
So you needed an 8 to hit him. So roll your damage.
Well, we've been putting ties to the players, so that's why I was.
Yeah.
21.
All right.
21.
If she takes him down, so help me.
She's mostly just been trying to get the kids. She's like doesn't even know how injured this guy is.
Former slave takes out Inquisitor.
So
Who's 11?
He's got a 12.
Not
You
doubled.
almost doubled him.
But she does apply another wound to him. So yeah, she's like, hits the button. Kids, come on, and just sort of blindly fires his general direction. Square in the middle of the back, he just drops.
Was he down?
She was not expecting that. Kind of like wide eyes, like, kids, hurry up faster.
KO!
Because he was already incapacitated, so he's already been wounded, incapacitated, so one more wound bumped everything down a notch.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, doesn't you want to finish him off?
No.
Is it even in the
She
Jedi's
doesn't
way
kill.
to finish him off?
Might disarm him, but that's it.
Literally?
Well, his lightsaber went flying anyway, so.
Kileser's gonna go up and finish him off.
Okay.
What,
Double tap.
Vincent?
I mean, I would
There's
say
no-
not.
There's no ill will here. It's just a matter of like that's just not
Principles.
what Ozen would do. Yeah.
Yeah. She has a code, and that's her code.
And yet I'm snickering at the thought of Dog blindly fires as well, just after helping BL up, and fatality. But anyway,
I imagine the gunrunner is going to get the lightsaber, so then
Yeah.
she's not even worried about it.
Yeah,
He's gonna
picking up that lightsaber.
go provide covering absorption for the from the stormtrooper fire
Okay.
so the kids can come in. Assuming they get past our fucking murder droid.
Shall I roll for that, by the way?
Yes, please. No, the way you said that, Jeremy, I'm just picturing R2 suddenly spinning the gun around towards the kids. You know, if they can get past your murder machine.
Sure, I phrased that a little weird.
She goes. Io just suddenly appears behind R2.
Oh, I'm a Shinderu.
Nani?
again, all I can hear is R2 beeping, just target-rich environment. It's like, R2, no! He's tasted too much blood!
Does wave
Stone
3
Feral.
does wave 3 beat a 19?
Let the DM roll to find out.
No, they only got a
As
12.
Another 5 tick marks for R2.
Yeah.
Just distant, ominous scratching.
Ozen, she's like, attempting to put something up to like, force barrier or whatever. Just gonna look at assess the damage of where he like started to poke in.
Jedis don't really do force fields. I don't know what you're trying to do.
It's not a force field. It's just waiting for energy to come her way so she can grab it, which she can do.
Like Monk catching an arrow.
All right. So let's see. Doc gets BL up. Did the stormtrooper thing. The kiddos run to the ship. And what was it, Sid? You said you were looking for what now?
I'm just assessing the damage on the. I clearly saw him put his lightsaber through the thing.
Do you remember in episode 1 when they started to cut through the door?
Uh-huh.
Even before the blast door dropped, it was taking a minute for it to get through the regular door, even the regular door.
Yeah.
And that's
Just
kind of where y'all were at here. It's definitely damaged. You don't think it went all the way through.
Okay.
The atmosphere probably isn't compromised.
Okay, cool. I mean, trust but verify. As soon as the kids get on, she's gonna go on the ship and assess where it was.
Well, he was cutting part of the game with the game playing. He was.
Oh,
trying to cut
okay.
through. He was trying to get into the ship,
Then, yeah, if there's no like actual piercing through, then yeah, she's whatever.
Now, there's some heat discoloration. You can tell it was getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something you'll want to look at once you get somewhere.
Sure, but it's space worthy.
All right, so this round you have basically a free round because there's no combatants on the board. Though obviously more stormtroopers are going to be trying to get into the.
Yeah.
I was gonna be trying to making sure all the kids are in, like doing head counts as they like run by, and get them up into. Definitely not leaving them in the cargo bay. At least getting them up into like the lounge or galley area.
Okay.
Well, wait. Where did we talk to R2? Like, was there damage in any particular area that we might need to vacuum seal off?
There was hull damage from heavy weapon fire.
Yeah, the ship had taken a heavy weapon fire, and BL had said something, that you weren't really sure exactly what he meant as far as the amount of damage.
Okay, then once she gets them in, she'll be right behind them trying to get a status report on hull integrity.
Alright, so... Alright, let's start at the bottom. Doc, are you helping BL onto the ship?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so the two of you get on the ship. Io, you're ushering kids on the ship and then heading to the bridge from the sounds of it.
Yeah, she'll put one of the older ones in charge and just set them somewhere and be like, eat the snacks from the backpack, don't touch anything.
And Doc's also going to retrieve Bale's limbs. He's going to try and put those on later.
Okay.
At least attempt to. He does have the ability to repair. It's not as good as medical because it's not a living organism, but he can still try.
Well, I think he's got some repair stuff, so he'll be fine. As long as you don't put him on backwards. Alright, so
Captain's got some repair stuff too.
Let's see. BL is, of course, just getting on the ship. Captain, what are you doing this round?
As BL's getting on the ship, he'll sort of take a knee on the gangplank and aim at the hallway.
Okay.
Sort of like watch the hallway they came out from, in case any more troopers come from that way.
I had a good idea.
And he'll ask, sort of free action, ask BL like, where was the heavy weapon damage and is the ship space worthy?
He tells you, where it hit. Just kind of the side of the ship. If you're looking on the map, kind of the side up against where the toilets and shower are. Have I got y'all on that map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So is it just superficial structural damage, or did it pierce the plating?
BL isn't sure he was outside.
Okay.
Io will find that out when she gets to the bridge.
Right. Also, on his way, he would have grabbed the lightsaber. I think I said I did that before this
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, you said you were going to anyway, so.
Yeah, he'll be grabbing that along the way.
All right. Ozan.
Am I doing my action, or am I just saying what I'm doing?
This is you saying what you're doing.
Okay. Getting an idea from the Inquisitor we just killed. I'm just gonna move the dumpster that way, where the troops are coming in from.
Okay.
With telekinesis.
Alrighty. Kileser.
He would also be standing on the gangplank with the captain, making
Okay.
sure everybody's in there safely, and she will be the last one to get on the ship.
Fortunate Son playing in the background as we slow zoom on R2. That's from Russell.
R2's up there just having a blast. Like, I'm curious, how many kills has he gotten?
He's not having a blast, he's handing out blasts. Everybody else is getting a blast from R2.
Yeah.
Alright, and then, of course, the Inquisitor is doing nothing this round.
He got 2 tapped, so he got what do you call it?
Double tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Kileser was making sure they were not going to come back after the group.
I bet he doesn't have a name tag to be like which brother he was. Oh well.
Alright. So, most of y'all are just kind of taking, let's see, Kileser was standing on the gangplank.
Captain was on gangplank.
Ozen, make your telekinesis roll.
Man, that was shit. I didn't even get I didn't get even less than 1 kilogram. She's just like, how the fuck does he do that?
He was better than you.
Wobbles a little bit.
Alright, that in captain's on
Worth
the
a shot.
gangplank. You kind of, or Io, you kind of point down to where the galley is, or the lounge, or whatever you want to call it. So the kids are heading that direction. You run up towards the bridge.
She would have to come in like right here from the lower deck, from like the cargo bay, correct?
Yes, that's true. So that is, yeah, it's a fair amount of movement.
While she's there, she'd probably be looking around. Just would she see any damage in this area?
Nothing. No, nothing you can see. The wall hasn't like buckled in or anything. So.
Okay.
And then you go around to the other stairs and up there. So.
On her next turn, then she will be assessing, like actual computer assessing.
Yeah. You're close enough to the bridge that you can shout to R2 and converse with him, but.
Yeah, she'll be like, R2, damage report.
He tells you it's superficial.
She'll call it over the comms.
You'll have to replace some plating on the side,
Get the paint job fixed before Ludo sees it.
Yo, yes, absolutely. Let's see. So yeah. So at the end of this round, all the kids, are in. They're streaming towards the lounge. On R2's turn, he would ask you if you want him to get the get the engine started up.
Would that take him away from the weapons?
I guess technically it'd be a multiple action.
No, she's going up to the bridge, so she'll get the engines running.
Okay.
So she'll say, no, keep on the weapons, hold the line, I'm getting to the bridge.
All right.
I'll roll for R2.
And I'll roll for the stormtroopers.
15.
And they got an 8.
We're just systematically mowing down this thing's garrison.
What's bad is every couple of rounds I add a dice to the pool.
Uh-huh.
But I've been rolling lower each time I've done
That's amazing.
Morale loss is a thing.
Obviously.
I think before we get the gangplank up and astrogation running, Ozen might try one more time to just move the dumpster.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll. Because there's really nothing for anybody else to do at this point, other than Io getting to the bridge.
I hit 5. I don't know what you made the DC for the
dumpster.
for
15.
the dumpster in the. Okay, so nope.
All right, in this round, Io, you'll get to the bridge.
And she's just getting the engines going.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you're getting the engines going. The gangplank, raises back up.
The captain will be making a beeline for the cockpit to get into the pilot seat.
Yep.
So yeah, you can get up into the pilot seat this round.
As he's getting in, he just heads over to R2. Have fun.
Yeah, he really needs to do this more often.
Stress relief.
BL's just jealous that far less of R2's targets got picked off than his usually do.
Give me another roll for R2.
All right. Yeah, not as great. 13.
All right. Several stormtroopers get in this time.
Okay.
At least 7 of them manage to get through the hell of fire and start spreading out, and they're firing guns at your ship. None of these guys are heavy weapons, though.
But before they bring in the heavy weapons.
Yeah, for next round, Io was going to drop down so R2 can do astrogation because she is pretty sure he has a better astrogation.
All right, so the next round, are y'all taking off? Exiting the
Yeah.
ship? All right. So y'all take off into space while this, more and more stormtroopers start running in and shooting at you as you zip out. Now, how are you? Are you just zipping straight out of the ship? Are you kind of retracing your?
He's going to come out underneath the ship and leave from behind it.
Okay. Basically, just like y'all came in. Barrel rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's going to do the astrogation, and he's going to tell R2 to fire a proton torpedo into this ship's engines.
Okay.
Because he wants to cripple the vessel so it can't follow them. Or, it hits something vital and explodes.
Well,
One of the two.
All right, give me a roll for R2 on the torpedoes.
This would be 6 dice because he does get fire control
Yes,
for
he
this.
gets fire control for this because he is shooting at a ship.
20.
Okay. Where did I put my cheat sheets now?
And
at this point, y'all would be in basically. It's still called point blank range for ships. No, short range is as close as you can. All right. So yeah, that is definitely a hit. They don't even have their shields up at the moment.
Thanks, hackers.
Let's see.
I'm going to go ahead and roll the captain's astrogation while I'm thinking about it. Whenever I do get Jedi training, that's one power he's going to go for. Is one where he can mentally astrogate.
That's telekinesis, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a 19 on my astrogation roll.
Okay.
For the captain. And R2. Oh boy. It's 12. 18, 21. 31. 41. 45 damage.
All right. All right, that hits the severely damaged because they rolled poop.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a D6 roll on the Starship System damage table.
3.
Hyperdrives. The ship will not
Exactly
be
what
able
you were looking for.
Yeah, the ship will not be able to enter hyperdrive or hyperspace until they fix it.
That is exactly what I was aiming for, so works out. R2 putting in some work on these guns.
You made me spend money.
Well, he's gonna have to, yeah. Also, he figured if we're getting reimbursed, then
Smoke
He has
'em
like
if
an
you-
itemized list.
Smoke me if you got 'em.
Torpedo.
Oh yeah, he's got an itemized list. They're like, all right, so what'd you spend on that? Well, we got repairs, more repairs. Got to fire a torpedo.
That's when you find out Kileser's family are broke Mandalorians. Well, we'll gladly pay you Tuesday for an orphan today.
Oh no.
All those kids are now foundlings. All new baby Mandalorians.
I mean, good work. It's not like Mandalorian is a race; it's a creed. So they can
Exactly.
all get pulled in.
Well, the ones that might have had families, they can try and find their families, but
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to the Mando life.
So yeah. So you basically barrel roll out of the landing bay, up under the ship, take off out behind it. You hit them basically in the engines with a torpedo, temporarily crippling the ship, at least as far as any kind of faster than light travel. And then you're kind of up, down that canyon in the asteroid. And as soon as you're kind of out of direct line of sight of the ship, out into more open space. If you remember, when you went in as just after 3 TIE fighters had left. Those TIE fighters are patrolling this general area because, they have figured out something was going wrong when they lost communication with the ship.
Yep.
And probably after they found some of the debris of their compatriots.
Yep.
So you have 3 TIE fighters coming at you.
Are we engaging or are we leaving?
He's trying to get enough distance for them to jump. He's already calculating the astrogation.
Gotcha.
I was probably on our way down to the other gun.
But someone can get into the top gun too, because R2's plugged in the cockpit.
Kileser will head to the top gun.
All right.
I guess unless someone's going to shields, R2 will swap over to shields.
He's like, come on, I can shoot starfighters too. Alright. So they're starting off in close range. Or not close, but short range.
Yeah.
I really have to get some TIE fighter picks to use. It's just weird having the Babylon, or not the Battlestar ships there. Alright. Let's see. Let's flip over to the Starship Combat. That is more. Alright, so first up is the piloting segment. Where the pilots, co-pilots, and gunners announce what their actions they're going to take.
I'm going to be trying to get distance.
Alright, you're trying to get distant. The TIE fighters are obviously trying to shoot you.
Yeah.
I assume all of your gunners are shooting TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they get in range, yeah.
Alright, who is on
Yep.
shields?
If no one else is, R2 will be.
Okay.
Put R2 on shields. I am shit at it.
Okay. Yeah, R2's got 40 in shields. So.
Alright.
I've got nothing.
Who?
Truthfully, I've got nothing in any of this, but I can
Who's on the
fire a
torpedoes
gun.
and who's on the guns?
I think we're
Guns.
just on guns.
Okay.
Torpedoes national, but that's way too expensive.
Alright. So
We're
which
getting
two?
reimbursed.
Which two of you are on
Not
guns?
for TIE fighters. I was on one of them.
Okay.
Kileser's on the other.
Alright. All right. Then we go to the speed segment, which is dice rolls. Each ship determines whether it closes with its opponent or increases the distance.
That is a 14 for speed. I really need to upgrade this thing's sublight speed.
All right. TIE fighters have
honestly.
5 dice for that. All right, the first TIE fighter got an 18.
Okay, so they stay with me.
And what did you get?
A 14.
All right. So blue moves up into the same band as y'all. Red got a 20. And green got an 18. Yeah, we'll do it like that so y'all look surrounded.
1 second.
Alright. Alright, then we go into the fire segment. I'll go ahead and let y'all take y'all shots first. So this part's kind of simultaneous, so the TIE fighters will get their shots regardless. But... Alright. That is an 18. That's definitely going to hit at the ranges y'all are at.
Okay. 35 seconds of call center.
Can I be doing something on my turn, but not wholly contributing to what's going on right now because I can't? But I would like to buff myself to be able to try to contribute.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So Ozin is just going to do enhance attribute on herself real quick.
Okay.
Makes a DC. Oh wait. Yeah, just barely makes a DC. So an extra dice in the ship stuff for mechanical for 3 rounds. And then yep, good.
Alright, I did not
Rappy, what did you get on gun?
Huh?
Did you roll your gun?
No, it's what, 5D?
You're rolling your starship gunner skill.
Yeah.
Plus the
With
Fire control.
fire control. Yeah. So that's 5D plus 2.
So 70.
Okay, then I would have
No, in total.
more.
In total is 5D plus 2.
Oh, okay.
I have a 2D plus 2 and then the
Gotcha.
3D.
Gotcha.
Okay, then I need to roll 2 more D.
Alright.
Add 7 more.
Alright, so you definitely hit. Io hit. And then what did Kileser get?
22.
Kileser hit. So both of you roll your damage. Versus the whole of the TIE
And it's a
fighters.
4D damage. I got a 22.
Alright. So the TIE fighter you shot got a 9. And Io's... Ooh, got a 6. Alright, Kileser's, you said you got a 20-something damage, so that doubled it. So it is at -2 dice because of ionization. And you have severely damaged it, so give me a d6 roll on the severe damage table.
That was 6.
Lateral thrust. The ship loses a great deal of maneuverability. The pilot may still make combat evasion and full evasion attempts, but the ship's maneuverability code drops to 0.
Ooh.
Ah, the maneuverability adds to their piloting skill. That makes sense. So yeah, that leaves him in a bad way. We're going to say that was blue. Put the damage on him. And then Io, how much damage did you do?
16.
All right. They rolled a 6. So you double that one, so you give me a d6 roll on the severe damage table.
That would be a 1.
Ion drives. The ship cannot move in normal space. No speed or maneuverability rolls may be made. So this guy is just coasting. He can still fire his guns, but he can't.
Can't get any closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he can't maneuver at all.
We have 2 laser turrets, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the other one's a torpedo.
Yeah. Kileser was in one of them.
Okay.
Io was in the other one.
Cool.
And
That's
then
fine.
nobody's manning the torpedo at the moment.
Ozin's gonna be headed that way just in case.
Okay. All right, and then they all get their shots. So what is the... All right, their fire control is 2 dice. Plus, of course, their skill. All right, so this is green shooting at you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21.
I'll be piloting to dodge.
All right, so you're making your evade.
Yes. Uh, 28.
Okay. All right, so he misses. Red fires. Got a 19.
R2's gonna try to shield.
Okay.
Only got a 15.
Okay.
Is that in addition to the difficulty?
What is that now? Well, for
Is that in
shields,
addition-
for shields to work, the range is what makes the difference. The closer you are, the harder it is to make the shields rolls because you have less time to react.
Right.
I want to say where they're at right now. I want to say the difficulty is a 20.
Yeah. Okay. So he didn't get the shields up.
Okay.
All right. I will be dodging. See 11, 12, 13, 19.
What did I say they got?
19. We matched each other, I believe.
Okay. And I let Tyus go to the player, so the last one's taking his shot. 10, 15, 22. And don't forget to be reducing dice.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I only have 5 dice right now. I start with 7. Yeah. So 9, 17.
All right, so 17. All right, so that one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a whole roll for the ship.
Yep. 13.
Damage is 17.
Okay, so we take damage.
Let's see.
Not major damage, but just something. Truthfully, we've crippled 2 of them, so.
I mean, we've crippled 2 of them, crippled their home vessel, or killed an Inquisitor. I think we're doing pretty good today.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
Can
so
take a
yeah.
lick.
All right, so that shot leaves y'all heavily damaged, which sounds bad, but it's the first actual level of damage. Lightly damaged is like stun on a person.
That's really weird. So Ozin has activated Enhanced Attribute and Calm and rolled both of them. They're both up.
Okay.
So she can, and then she's going to the torpedoes like, just let me know, Captain. I'll try to fire.
Go ahead. We're getting reimbursed at the end
So-
of this anyway.
So I'll do that next turn. Because that was already 2 rolls on to buff myself.
All right, so piloting checks.
Yep. I still at 3D for sublight speed, or is that reduced by 1 for us being damaged?
Well, it doesn't say anything about that on the chart. So no, I think you're good.
All right.
Once you hit severe, then you have to start rolling on the
Yeah.
on the various systems.
Yeah. 9 for speed to try to pull away.
Okay.
Only one of them can really come at us, right?
No, 2 of them can.
Yeah,
Alright.
one just has very, very low maneuverability, so like,
Okay.
it can't dodge effectively.
But it uses its piloting rolls. Got it.
Alright, so his speed. Alright, so red, the one that's undamaged, got a 19.
Yeah, so it's still on us.
Green is the one that basically can't maneuver, so it's going to drop back 1. It would still be traveling the same speed, but any direction change you made, effectively carries it out of.
Yeah.
Out of useful. He'll still be able to make a shot this round, but from further away. And then the one that's hurting in his maneuverability, his speed checks, I don't think are affected by that. So.
No, yeah, it's just dodge or evasion.
Okay, I dropped a die and I don't see it.
So firing is gunnery plus fire control.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, he got a 16.
Yeah, so he sticks with us.
All right. Now all the firers, gunners.
I'll shoot a torpedo at the one at red.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll then.
So I've got 5D plus 4. Is my roll right now. Oh. 12, 18. 23 plus 4 is 27.
All right, he's gonna try to evade. So 5, 9, 10, 11, 18 total.
27. That still hit.
18 plus 5. So 23. So yes, you still
27.
hit.
Oh, hell
Roll
yeah.
the damage.
9 dice.
Yep. 4,
And he had
5, 6,
TIE fighters have
7,
a
8.
hull of 2.
No.
This will be fine. This will be fine.
Yes. so we'll be down to 8 torpedoes after this.
Someone do change that on the dock at some point, because we have more than 4. 9 dice, just like a lightsaber.
Well, I've been keeping track of my document for assets and stuff.
37.
All right. He got a 6 on his whole roll.
Is he? Do I even need a roll? Is it just obliterated?
That was your damage roll, right?
That was my damage.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of goes. The TIE fighter's lack of shield is a real weakness.
Just like you just hear a radio. I see why you like this, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ior Kileser, when do y'all take a shot?
I rolled a 26.
All right. Blue is going to try to evade, but he is at. That's right. It's the maneuverability dice he takes away. It's 11 and 12. So you need a total of 19 to hit him?
I rolled what damage? Or
No, this is to hit him. He's
oh,
evading.
I rolled a 25, 20 something like that.
Go ahead and roll your damage then.
I rolled a 21.
He rolled a 7. He explodes. The damaged TIE fighter that's hanging back, well, that can't maneuver to come after you. He's going to take one last shot. He gets an 18 to hit you.
I'm going to try to shield.
Would I have been able to shoot at him? Because he's still in the
Oh, yeah.
guns.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead and take your
I
shot.
figured he
then.
was out of
Yeah.
range.
Go ahead and take your shot first. I mean, technically with the ships, it's all going at the same time. So
16. Well, no, 2 more. 1 second. Uh, 28.
okay. 28. He basically can't dodge, so that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
15.
And his strength is a 9. So not double, but he takes damage. He was already... actually, he'd already been severely damaged, so... So yeah, he blows up too. So with those 3 explosions in rapid succession, you know, you get far away from the asteroid that y'all can take off into hyperspace. What did the captain roll on the astrogation?
19.
Okay. So what
Where are we
course are you
going?
piloting?
Away.
Yeah. He was jumping to the nearest inhabited sector back in Corpsec space.
All right, so you're headed back to the corporate sector.
Yeah.
Probably a wise decision. All right, you make the trip without any outside trouble. Inside the ship, the children had all gathered in the lounge. You know, they'd had them a little snack, and some of the more adventurous ones had begun exploring.
No. I would be riding herd on them as soon as she got out of the gun. She was a kid on a ship, and she knows.
Some of them made their way up to the operations area. Some of them are poking around in the med bay. There's a few of them that stayed in the lounge. The older girl that was kind of helping you corral them, she's got a lot of the younger ones occupied in the lounge. You find a few of them down in the cargo hold with the loader droid and BL. Apparently the droids are teaching them to play sabacc.
Okay, that's fine. It's a life skill. They'll need it.
Once we're well underway, he is going to be taking BL up to the droid bay to start on repairs.
Thank goodness.
Let's see.
Ozin's gonna just go into her room and see if there's a kid in there. Just like, no.
Okay.
Or baby. I don't know.
I make the very easy roll for the diagnostic kit. So
Ozin, you walk into your room.
Uh-huh.
And you see Zay and another little girl.
Uh-huh. Are they pondering the cube?
Pondering the cube.
Is it on? Is it going?
It's flickering, but the hologram has not actually appeared.
Zay?
She's shaking it.
Zay, that's not how it works.
She hands it to you. Show me how it works.
Now, grab it and turn it on and just show the hologram of the Jedi Master that's there.
He appears. He identifies himself as... Crap, I lost the card zone. Nope, that was the list of racers.
He identifies himself.
Yes, he does.
Nails are all chipped. This sucks.
Oh, well, I know I've got the index card with his name on it somewhere, but anyway. And then he asked Ozin if she's taken new apprentices.
I don't know.
He would say younglings given their age.
Younglings, sure. Well, yeah. Training Jedi nowadays is probably not a great idea, but it's good to know that they're up there. I don't know. Do you think this is wise, Master? My master, but a master.
Well, he was only ever a knight, but
Sure.
But you were only a Padawan, so you'd still use
Still,
the term.
Chain of command.
If younglings must be found and trained if the order is to be revived.
That's true.
Now, whether these two are strong enough in the Force or not, he has no idea.
Truthfully, I don't either. But I don't want them to worry about training or anything unless they want to. I would like them to decompress from a stressful situation that they have just come from. Going from one stressful situation to another is not good for anybody.
Also, if they're new, he does tell you they might be a little old.
Oh, you said it. You said it yourself. Take them where you can get them.
No, that's true. I mean, the chosen one was about that age.
Yeah. And she'll she's like it's a hollow recording, just like putting the hologram in front of them, and she goes, "Go on, introduce yourselves."
And both of them give him the names, and he starts talking to them, and I don't know what Zay would ask him. When she finds out he's a Jedi from the Clone Wars, she asks him about the Siege of Mandalore, which he was not directly involved in, but he starts talking about what details he knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
And before long, you have more and more children are coming to your room to hear stories.
Yeah, sure. This is maybe a once in a lifetime experience. So I'll cut in at one point and be like, just so you know, I'm not training all of these kids.
He's pretty sure Master Yoda had classes of younglings this size before. So yeah, the trip back to corporate space, fairly uneventful.
Why am I doing that? I have my cube.
Yeah. So two things.
All hail the cube, long may it be pondered. Nice.
I got a 20 for droid repair.
Okay, you can definitely either replace his arms or tack weld the old ones back on.
And try to repair my rifle as well.
Okay, Echo Orion?
Yeah. Hi, Echo.
Has redeemed a stretch and a hydrate.
Oh boy. Oh god, I have to go get water.
Just ran out of water.
Let me make this roll real quick, and then I will do that.
At least stretch.
Yeah.
No, Scully, no! This is not an invitation for you to jump on me.
Oh, mother. I need no invitation to jump on you.
I like how all of us have the posture of a giant shrimp.
I'm stretching. You just can't see it. You can just see my leg. And, well, that's probably too much.
Let's say, I don't know. I go to a chiropractor once a month to keep spine maintenance going.
That's fixing me and Rap we actually have a chiropractor we've been going to, and to be fair, I can tell that we haven't visited him within a week because there's joints that are hurting that usually don't. It's like, well, once you find a chiropractor, woo boy.
Yeah.
I'm just devolving into a jumbo shrimp.
Alright, and I got a 23 for blaster repair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, to fix the weapon.
Yeah.
We have a few days of traveling back to civilization, so you've got plenty of time to get these repairs done.
Oh, and at that point, while traveling, Kileser would have gotten in contact with her uncle and family and set up a place to meet.
Yes, that other. Was it another cousin he was sending? It was somebody else in the clan anyway that he was sending. That was actually he should be on whatever world it was. He said they would meet him. That he would meet you on.
Yeah.
He should already be there and waiting.
Right,
he was about 2 weeks away when y'all started y'all's investigation.
Yeah, that's where we'll be heading then.
Okay.
Takes a couple days to get back.
To get a couple days to get back into the corporate sector, and then there's some travel time in the corporate sector.
Okay.
I think was Zay the one holding the cube where it was flickering a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
And the other girl, they were both kind of clustered around it.
Sure.
I will take kids' names and try and, if they have parents they know are alive or that may be alive, she'll try and make connections and all that.
You can give this to me, or I can roll for it. It's up to you. But I'd like to attempt to sense path for Zay.
Okay, give me a roll.
This is the auspex for Jedi.
Can you use it on other people or only yourself?
Oh, that's fair. That would be just. I guess that would be just me. That's fair.
Okay.
Then there would be a different one I have here. Damn it! I don't have it.
Okay.
I have. There is one there to like to be able to see other force sensitives. I don't have it. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I don't have it.
So yes, IO takes names, and it's a mixed bag. You know, some of them were already orphaned and living on the streets when they were caught. Some of them were taken out of orphanages. No, but they were quite a. And there's one or two more that were in the same situation as they, where the family was attacked. But several of them can give you their parents' name and what planet they were from. A decent chunk of them were from the corporate sector. Some of them were from the surrounding sectors.
Okay. The ones that, from the corporate sector, she'll at least try and contact that local, maybe police or whatever, and have them meet up.
Okay.
Like, where they're going to be dropping off.
Yeah, you can get some CorpSec agent, you can contact CorpSec, go, hey, we found a bunch of kidnapped kids.
Like, hey, do you want some extra ones too?
Yeah, I guess they would go ahead and take them in, and at least contact the places they're from.
I think.
Now they've got a lot of questions for you about where you found all these kidnapped kids. What do you tell them exactly?
That would be gone over with the rest of the crew probably over dinner.
Yeah, you'd have plenty of time to talk about this before you actually call CorpSec.
Yeah.
I want to have that conversation, and then I would like to try something with the kids later, but we could do this first.
We want to tell them we were doing a delivery and found them abandoned somewhere, or it has to be something that the kids agreed to as well.
Could just say we were contracted to go find them.
Contracted to find one and found other, but then they're going to ask, where we found them.
Yeah.
We want to tell the truth and say the Empire's, fucking around.
And I'm sure CorpSec would love to know that the Empire is stealing their kids.
I mean, fair enough. Just stick to the truth, then, I guess.
There's a crippled ship that
gives them the coordinates of the crippled ship. Yeah.
That might not have gotten its hyperdrive repaired.
They were hacked.
The other thing, surely shooting, like, even if we're doing it where you're shooting primarily at people, surely that much, fire inside the ship is going to do something to like the surrounding area.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that ship's going to be like space worthy for a while.
Well, I don't know about that. No, the trick is R2 probably would not have been using the guns at full power because they, he wouldn't have been trying to punch a hole through the ship while y'all were walking around in it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, there were holes in the floor down to the next deck. Stuff was messed up.
The last torpedo, as per my last email.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are pretty much just gonna tell CorpSec the truth.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. We got contracted to find them, and we tracked them down.
Contracted to find one, found a dozen.
So yeah, basically the first major CorpSec world you drive by, you're flying by. You stop. They take the kids into their custody. The ones here in the corporate sector that still have living family. The families have been contacted. A lot of what's the Star Wars internet called? The HoloNet?
HoloNet, yeah.
You get requests for interviews from the media.
Nope.
Nope.
There are,
The Twi'lek and the Jedi are both like, nah, nope.
when you land, there are media people like outside, holocams recording. But if you want to, the corpse set guys can come up into the ship and retrieve, talk to you there, retrieve the kids.
Before we get all the way there, I think what Ozin wants to do with these couple of days is just very the baselines of try to sense things outside of your senses, and just see if they're any of them are receptive to it.
You might get one or two of them that kind of perk up, and then go back to whatever they're doing. Okay. None of them have a real strong reaction.
That's fine.
Remember, they were all inadequate.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what they call inadequate and what actually counts for inadequate are two different things.
That's very true. You don't know necessarily what they were looking for.
Well, I was there. I knew they were looking for
I mean,
right?
as far as you knew their M count wasn't high enough, but you didn't necessarily know how high they were looking for.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Then yeah. A couple of them perk up. That's cool. And I'll just be like, huh, you have a new trick just in case a sibling of yours tries to run up on you.
But well, you can be too weak in the Force to ever become a Jedi, and it could still give you a really good sixth sense, a really good instinct.
Then yeah, Ozin's just very good, and then she'll usher them out.
So over the next few days, as y'all are finishing the trip to drop Zay off, the news just kind of goes nuts with this whole Empire kidnappings. Starwit band of heroes, and of course all the children are all too happy to talk about the Jedi and the lightsaber fight they saw. So the media is covering the fact that there was a Jedi and an Inquisitor exchanging blows.
Yep. Well, it's out there now, so.
Yes, it is. Because the Empire makes a rebuttal.
Oh boy.
They had taken down some pirates and retrieved, these kidnapped children. Before your band, came into their territory and attacked one of their ships.
Don't we have receipts?
Yeah?
Yeah, we do.
I'm about to say, didn't Io
You downloaded all of that
receipts?
fucking data.
She would have probably given that to CorpSec too.
Okay.
Oh,
At least a copy of it to CorpSec, right?
Yeah, a copy. She's not giving no in the originals.
So CorpSec's rebuttal is, the fuck is this?
Basically, and it's the medias are going back and forth. But
Ozin's just there the little guy let them fight.
But in and amongst that, images of some of you, not great images of some of you, but images of some of you make it into the articles. So, basic stuff. They know one of you was a Twi'lek, and your basic skin tone, red-headed Jedi. Of course, the way Ozin wraps up, it's not like anybody would get a good view of her entire face. But, of course, there's a Mando involved, but their armors all look pretty similar. So, and I forget what name is your ship currently under? Did you switch it back to the Rubicon, or is it still under the disguised name of
We switched it back a long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we had it switched out when we were in port on that
Gotcha.
one planet.
Oh, that's
So
true.
I don't know if we ever specifically said we switched it back.
Would you want to be dealing with CorpSec specifically with a fake name? Because the fake name was good enough to pass a very casual look.
Yeah, we did switch it back when we finished.
We took off? Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we finished dealing with
Okay.
the change of authority with the cartel.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, then it's under Rubicon.
Okay. Sorry, I just looked at the chat. Russell wants his Perry the Platypus moment. A Jedi. Ozin takes off the hood. Ozin the Jedi.
I was in the Jedi.
But the important part of this is a bit of footage began circulating, and the Inquisitor that you've met before, the one that was at the races, is giving us an interview or making a statement about this being, proof of CorpSec, working with the Jedi and using them as agents, which is what the Empire's been saying all along.
Next time, don't kidnap a fucking Mandalorian.
That's just good life advice,
And she talks about her brave colleague that was, cut down, 5 to, in a fight 5-1, cut down in his prime.
If they're all watching this, like in the lounge or something, Io's like throwing popcorn at the screen, like boo.
Ozin's just going like this.
Also, be like, they should know what they need to go against better. 5-1 was just too much. Then maybe they shouldn't be Jedi.
But
Or Sith.
But she also speaks to the
Or
fact
Sith,
that who knows what sort of control the Jedi have over CorpSec.
Yeah. Okay.
After all, with her training, she knows the sorts of unnatural powers the Jedi wield.
Dude got taken down by a shot to the back from someone that doesn't even know what she's doing with a gun. He's a weenie.
But so yeah, the propaganda back and forth is heating up. There are reports of more of the Imperial fleet massing at the border.
Do we get any calls from Ludo, since he probably recognizes his favorite group of assholes on the television?
You don't.
I'm a little hurt. I'm a little hurt, but I'm still expecting his inevitable betrayal.
That's because you're racist against Hutts. He's
That's
a Hutt.
I wonder why.
He's Hutt, so
4
he must
games
betray
against you.
Against me. Ouch.
Against, your characters.
I don't go try to fix it now. You're prejudiced against Hutts and me. But anyway, you arrive at the rendezvous point. Your uncle's agent is the guy your uncle sent. He's there to collect Zay. And she doesn't know him really well, but she recognizes him. She knows who he is. He is not a stranger to her. And you've been in communication with your uncle as you were traveling. You'd have let her talk to him. He is delighted to be getting her back. Her brother is overjoyed. He inquires of the captain, what expenses were incurred.
So what were the expenses incurred?
I don't know. Whatever supplies you had to use to fix BL.
2 missiles.
Yeah, 2 of the torpedoes. If you wanted to replace BL's gun.
The repairs for the ship.
Yep.
Repairs for your gun.
Yep. The $2,000 for all the loader droids that self-destructed.
You mean the buzz droids?
Yeah, them. So about $20,000 all told. Probably 20, 30, including repairs.
Probably something like that. My computer's giving me a flood warning for my area.
Yeah.
Luckily, I live on top of a hill, so.
If flood's there, you got a lot of worries.
Well, I'm also more or less on the top of Fartsel Mountain, so.
You got a lot of worries.
So if we're getting reimbursed for all that, I'll just add like the 2K to our accounts. I'm not replacing the buzz droids.
Yeah,
but they were still a cost.
Yeah, and any incidental fee, even incidental docking fees and stuff. As long as you got your receipts, he's willing to reimburse.
We got receipts. Discord not responding. What are you doing, Discord?
Not responding. It's more what Discord isn't doing.
Yeah, it's like popping up, going, "I'm not responding." Oh well.
But anyway, he expresses his appreciation to you, Captain, and hopes you'll pass it on to the rest of your crew. You know, if there's ever something they can do to assist you, just let them know. Within reason.
Yeah.
Beskar armor. Beskar armor.
Oh yeah, did they ever give him
Your
that
uncle doesn't have Beskar armor.
I know.
Did they ever did they bring him that disruptor rifle?
That was something you were wanting, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are those things not illegal? I don't know.
Oh, they absolutely are. I'm pretty sure.
But yes, if that was what you set up ahead of time that you wanted, then yes, they would.
It was, yeah. That was his thing, is he wanted all the costs reimbursed, and he wanted a disruptor rifle.
Yeah. Then they do get that to you.
Mount.
While warning you that about the legality of it, but you're an arms dealer. They figure but.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all drop Zay off. She tells you all thank you.
Kind of rifle was this? Because there's the DFT-3, the DX-2, the DXR-6, and the Merson.
Yeah, got no idea on the specifics of that.
You can figure it out post game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Zay does want to say goodbye to the holographic Jedi, though.
Yeah, easy enough. Hold the cube up and just.
But
one of the younger ones here wanted to say goodbye to you.
No, of course, and he remembers her name because these things are, they're not AI like droids exactly. They're more AI, almost like we'd be familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just with a lot of information about a person's personality and how they react to stuff.
Yep.
You know, and Kileser, she makes you promise to come visit, her at your uncle's.
The next time we get a free time, definitely go visit.
Oh yeah, we're getting shore leave for sure.
Well, sure, at least by the end of the campaign. Corpsec may not be somewhere you want to be by the end of the campaign.
Probably not.
Ominous foreshadowing.
Well, considering what we know of the lore.
So, alright, so you've dropped her off. You've gotten reimbursed. Mission accomplished.
Yes.
But with a half hour to go, what can we get into? What do you guys want to get into?
Bathroom break. Burps.
I really meant more your characters, but whatever.
Oh no, Kileser's also peeing.
Doesn't Mando armor have something for that?
No.
Like the Iron Man armor.
Kind of like a still suit.
People ask me how I pee in this. And I tell them, like this.
I don't know. Ozin will kind of recount. Ozin will recount the information to the holocron. Whether or not it does anything, it makes her feel better.
All right, what information exactly?
About the whole situation.
What the holocron know about the Inquisitor? Like which one it was?
She will describe the Inquisitor. Just in case.
He only had a few encounters with the Inquisitor. He does not recognize that one. Though the way you describe him, he's on the youngish side, so.
Mm-hmm. It's my first. Just be like, it's my first lightsaber duel in maybe 30, 35 years.
Probably your only duel outside of practice.
Practice, yeah.
You've probably been in some fights where you used the lightsaber, but not against somebody else that had one.
That's very true. Not until it was too late.
But he's glad your skill had not completely deserted you.
Me too.
The Inquisitors are, of course, specially trained to combat Jedi.
Well, this one wasn't prepared for the old, and she just, like, for funsies, grabs, like, something random with telekinesis and just...
Yes, he must have been a young one then.
Powerful, not smart.
The two do not always go together.
They very rarely do.
All right, what about the rest of you? What sort of business would you guys get into now that you've got a moment to catch your breath?
Doc would just, depending on if the kids are still around, he'd just make sure that they're in good health.
Okay. You'd have had time to check them all out, and mostly they were. They had complaints about the food they were given because it was just bland and stuff, but it seemed to be relatively nutritious. Some of them were probably in better shape than they were before they were taken. The ones that were living on the street already.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to wrap early, but
I was going to go hunt down the captain.
Oh.
Because she's surprised she hasn't heard this happen like before or after the kids left.
He's probably rearranging his weapon shelf.
She's a slicer. She walks in.
Yes.
Slaps him across the face. What the hell were you thinking, taking a lightsaber on to an Imperial vessel?
We might need to cut through a door, and you and Ozen weren't there.
Oh, because you know how to use it. That was very obvious.
Yeah, point, turn on, make hole.
Thermal detonator can get through a door. You just brought it on there because you wanted to do what? And now you have another one?
Yeah, actually, I've got 2 now.
Yeah. And you know how to use neither of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I'm really surprised Ozen hasn't come and given you this discussion, and I have to do this.
Kinda am too, honestly.
Yeah. Why did you take it onto an Imperial vessel? Why do we... You have like 5 million guns, gesturing to wall.
Yeah.
You could have taken a vibro dagger.
Pulls it out.
You did take the vibro dagger, yeah, of course, because why not? Why? Why? You're not your sister.
I know. Just kind of wanted proof they were wrong.
Just because they're wrong doesn't mean you need to, become a Jedi? Or a Sith or whatever?
No, I'll never be any one of them.
Like rubbing the ridge of her nose.
I'm not exactly good at following codes.
Yeah, not codes that don't involve credits.
The rest of you can hear Mom and Dad fighting.
She probably didn't think to close the door behind her.
Ozen I posted the appropriate GIF for Ozen right now.
Wait, and I have to see it.
Yeah, I did too. Oh, yeah. just balding in the background.
Just no, she's just kicking back and just like listening to this, like not even around you guys or the cockpit, just like
Through
over
the force.
by like, yeah. Well, no, by the in the break room, just kind of just chilling out like this, like.
Doc
She would have probably had to. She would have probably had to walk by Ozen to get there. It's like just don't. Despite your apparent wishes to do otherwise, please stop trying to get yourself killed. You're smart. Don't do stuff like that.
I do my best not to. And then we have to go attack entire cruisers.
Yes, but you don't need to take a lightsaber onto the cruiser. Or do whatever blood test. Just, you know what? Forget I said anything. I'm gonna go. Turns and walks back out.
Ozen closes the door while she walks out.
Sees Ozen over there like, why don't you talk to him?
Got nothing to say to him.
Why? You have to admit that was incredibly just...
It was. Life isn't about not making mistakes. Life is about learning from them.
Just more of just...
I'm still surprised Ozen hasn't knocked his door down trying to figure out why he has a red lightsaber.
You told him why.
No, he didn't.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah,
She don't know.
We're getting to that.
She's just like Just
The fact that it's red
noises
is
of
concerning.
frustration. Yeah, yeah, and he also now has the Inquisitors.
He's a gun runner. That's what they do.
That's not a gun. It's a lightsaber.
Neither is the little bronze sword he picked up, but here we are. Pat, pat, and she starts walking forward.
If she had hair to like pull, she would be pulling her hair. Instead, she's just like angry Leku thrashes, like a cat. Just like, ah!
Pat, pat.
That checks
walking.
out.
And yeah, she'll walk up and just like, ting, ting, ting.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna yell at you. Yet.
Mm-hmm. Come in.
So that one I get because that's, trophy of war. I know your type.
Uh-huh.
The other one, however,
Yeah, what about it?
where'd that one come from?
Same deal.
A trophy of war?
Close enough.
Hmm.
Even you force sensitives can drop your guard at times.
I mean, she was firing like a wild woman and just caught him, so yeah. Nobody's impervious, not even people attuned to the force.
Yep.
Famously, they're very not impervious at all.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Man,
Couple of the kids had some lingering force, but it's not something to take them away from their entire lives.
Yeah, turns out you spike a drink or two, hire a prostitute, and they're quite vulnerable to long-range firepower.
Interesting.
I had particularly
Checks out.
with that one anyway.
Did you know anything about them?
Yeah. He's the one who killed my sister.
Ah. It's all making sense now.
So I took his lightsaber as a trophy.
If you want lessons on how to, use that thing. Or at least switch out the kyber crystal, so it's not red.
It's not like we
doesn't
have any
match
to
your...
spare.
Well, let's get you, if you want, trained in it, and then we'll go from there. No, it's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I'm saying I just got chewed out about not knowing how to use it. Besides, I would prefer to know how to use it whenever I find my sister's saber so I can cut this abomination in half.
A noble goal. A means to an end, then. She'll put her hand out to, shake the captain's.
Fine.
Alright, well. Hope your droid's better astrogating than you are, because you're getting up early tomorrow. She leaves. There's like a small twinkle in her expression.
Your ass is running laps in the cargo bay.
Joke's on Ozen. Captain wakes up before her anyway.
Joke's on you, you're bench pressing BL later.
Not with your arms, with the force.
It's like, you first, and it's just Ozen trying to lift a BL.
Yeah, over the next couple of days, she'll, however long we have for free time, she'll the basics of lightsaber combat.
Which is probably a show for the rest of the crew, honestly.
Oh yeah, so they have space popcorn, just like
Everyone's just sitting on the gang plank above the cargo bay, just watching.
you only need to hit once for most people.
Anyone else thinks this is really unsafe? I feel like one could sever the other's limb just out of clumsiness.
Well, I'm not
Doc,
clumsy.
are you good at reattaching biological limbs?
You watch him take a scalpel and twirl it between his robotic fingers. Of course.
I mean, it does cauterize it, so I mean.
The only annoying part is trying to reattach the nerves.
I can hear you guys.
Good.
I wasn't trying to be subtle.
Throws popcorn.
And we will basically wrap here with most of the crew down there watching a training montage between Ozen and the captain.
He's still primarily going to be using his long-range rifle to fight with. But the lightsaber is going to be, if he's forced into melee, then that's what he's pulling out.
All right, so that's going to wrap us up. I hope all y'all that came by to watch enjoyed it. I hope my players had fun. I certainly did.
Oh yeah.
Question. During this time of being trained on how to use a lightsaber, would he get the control point? Since he's technically being trained now?
We'll look it up once we're off camera.
Okay.
So if you're not done, you have had all the gaming you can handle for the week. Jeremy, what else have we got coming up on Dire Bear?
So Wednesday we have False Colony Nights with JT. Thursday is a Knight's Ransom with Pink Rambo. Saturday is the Stolen Cities with Alex, and I believe Varenheim is back, but I could be wrong. But for sure, Monday is Wild Beyond the Witchlight with Heath, and that group is very chaotic, judging by their art. You can look at it on the Discord. And then come back to us for Remnant Shadow, a Star Wars actual play, on Tuesdays.
Chaotic in the Feywild.
And we will see y'all then.
Bye.